Hello, my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies. This is going to be a little bit of a weird read, and this is more of a personal thing, but it is something that I do have to talk about publicly through the medium of a read for a couple of reasons. And one being because I'm not going to address certain things anymore. I'm just going to make it known publicly, because I have to acknowledge one particular thing in specific, but this is about when I read, of course, if I start picking up on weirdo wizards trying to do things to the collective, talking about people being under magical attack or warfare or whatever, when that legitimately does go on, of course I'm going to read it if it comes up in the cards. But recently, if you've been watching some of the collective reads that have that sort of narrative, it popped up that someone had put something above my cabinets, at least to monitor me, and also potentially to send me malefic energy for some reason. And when I had checked on it in one of the past reads, it was just I didn't have to worry about it, because whoever was doing this, they were just going to get wrecked anyway, because it's silly. And the thing is, whoever that person is, the person who is affecting me directly, though I don't know why, though we'll get into that because that is important for the collective. I'm just using this as an example. I don't know that this is the reason why or not. It could just be because more people are watching the videos, and those people are magical people, and some magical people are frankly off the shits. Even if they don't know you, they'll cast a spell or whatever. And it's got to be somebody who's watching the videos, or it's either someone who's got to be watching the videos, somebody who will be watching the videos, or someone very, very far in the future who knows at one point I made these videos. We could be dealing with a Time Lord, or I could be dealing with a Time Lord, but y'all all could be dealing with Time Lords. But the reason why I know it's got to be something like that, and the simplest answer is that it's just some weirdo who's watching the videos who also happens to know some magic. And so what they can see in that mirror is that there are cabinets right there. That mirror is a portal. So they cast through the mirror to put something on top of those cabinets. So that's all well and good. So what I want to acknowledge about that, first of all, is that if you receive readings kind of over and over and over again, especially if you're not looking for them or anything like that, if you start receiving readings about being under magical attack, because most people are going to be what are this reader has got to be some sort of schizo or whatever, because that is not happening to me. It's not that it's not happening to you. It's that you are not yet in the space where it would potentially be happening to you. If you have no involvement with witches, wizards, chaos magicians, whatever, if you have no involvement with that currently or in the past, and yet you still get these messages and somehow they're hitting you in a specific way, what that potentially means is that in the future, you will be dealing with these people. And if in the future you are doing something to disrupt someone else's agenda for some reason, they can then cast magic that if they, are doing the spell in a particular way, or just saying a particular thing, if they're saying all time, it's just as easy as that. All timelines, all dimensions, all iterations of this person will be affected by A, B, C, and D. Then a version of you that is in that dimension and timeline, they are the ones who is getting cast upon, but technically it's just you, because it's all quantum entangled and all of that. So it's something that you haven't done yet, at least in the experience in linear time. So here's the thing. If you are someone who will one day, you're just sitting there in your little room, right? But 10 years or 15 years from now, you are the integral piece of a puzzle that will stop a war from happening or something like that, then the dark wizards on the dark timelines are going to cast on you to prevent that from happening if they are benefiting from it. Now, that is extremely hyperbolic, okay? It could just be as simple as like you are at a gathering with magical people in it and you like happen to say something that offends some very, very petty magician. And so they decide to cast a spell on you. Like normally, like honestly, it's more that one. It is more that one, okay? Like it's less that other one that is more dramatic that I'm talking about. Though it could be. It's just that you don't know unless you do have some very, very like powerful foresight on yourself, which does sometimes happen. You don't know what you are going to be doing in the future, but the future people know. And so it could be future people, Time Lords, who are casting upon you. That could happen, though it's probably something simpler. I'm just saying it's a possibility. So there's that acknowledgement. And then also, I'm going to do my own little investigation here in which I try to pierce harder into what is going on in my personal situation. Like I'm not reading on the collective, I am making a personal read public. And that is for a reason. A, because it's going to be the last time that I address any sort of like unless I get like a strong demonstration like in the room that I think it would be of benefit to like point out to the collective for some reason, okay? Or if it's a confirmation of something. This is the last time I am going to address any type of like present, past, or future magic being done on me, because I don't know, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant, and also it's the only time that I'm gonna say this because I usually cringe when people start talking about like, I mean seriously, because I know I'm on here saying like I'm the greatest magician of all time and blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, that's like the outro. It's super cringe when people start seriously talking about like how freaking powerful they are and how like they're gonna put you in a jar and they're gonna do this to you and they're gonna do that for you. Usually the people who are talking the loudest like have the least amount of backup. So I don't like doing this, but I have been directed to publicly acknowledge like a couple of things. One being that like whatever magical stuff is going on like against me, this is not an issue of like me being like more powerful than somebody else or whatever. It's just like that for a fact is going to work out badly for you. Like in the long run. I'm just telling you, I'm telling you now, and this is the only time I'm gonna say it. It's going to work out badly for you. I don't know why, it will. Second off, that is not because I have any sort of like extreme, like magical skill that somebody else doesn't have. But what I do have and what I specifically need to acknowledge is that for some reason, I don't know why, I do have some fairly substantial like beings, I don't know who or what they are, who do have my back, okay? And so it is not me that is doing anything to anybody. Like if you get, and I'm looking here at like somebody getting something, it's not me doing it. It is not my power or anything like that. It is these beings. They are the ones who are acting. So I'm not doing any like chanting or candle work or spell work or magical circles. This is just something that happens due to, when I asked about it, it was some sort of like good deed that I happened to do for them in the past. I don't even know what that is, and I'm not even delving into it because it's just, this is just a fact. It's just an it is what it is situation, and I don't like when bad things happen to people, straight up, even like bad people who like deserve it. I would prefer for that not to happen. So I'm just saying it once and now. And like, that's gonna be the last time about it. I also need to acknowledge those beings because I have been prompted that because it is them actually doing this, like I can't have anyone, like that credit can't go to me. Like you can't think it's me because that's me taking credit for something that doesn't belong to me. It's them, not me. And I'm not trying to like shirk accountability here, but you can't take credit for something that is not your work. It's not my work. It's not my ability. So I can't have people thinking that about me. So I'm publicly acknowledging them and I am publicly thanking them for their protection and their ongoing protection. So that's why. And that is just something that I like wanted to say like publicly out loud so people know. It's also something that I'm incorporating into my practice, like that thanks, because I just like, I tend to take some things for granted because I'm just like, nothing's ever going on over here. And yeah, we got some beings, but it's just, I've got to stop doing that because for some reason it's just not the case and I don't know why. So that's all I want to say about that. But I don't like talking about it because I feel like it comes across as like, you don't know who you're messing with, bro. Like, you know, it just like, oh, like I hate that. But I got to acknowledge it because I've been prompted to. Also, before I even get started with this read, okay. Like I said, I have very strong protection here. If y'all try to do something to me, this is going to be the result, okay? And like, I'm not doing it, is what I'm saying. I don't want that to happen to whoever you are. So please just close it out. I'm just telling you now, please close it out. Just stop, because like, it makes my knees hurt. And I know you didn't see me like pull that stuff, so like you'd be like, oh, well, she just is like, whatever. Like, I can only tell you what I'm telling you, and you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and like, I just can't feel bad about it. Okay. So let me give that a shuffle. Let me give that, because I'm feeling nauseous now. Y'all are seriously gonna make yourself sick. I'm hearing they're already sick. Like, please stop. I'm just gonna let the read come out, but this is specifically about my situation, and when I don't think that thing is even there anymore. Because I think Dasa ended up destroying it when she was scratching at it, so it couldn't have been that powerful. Or if it was, Dasa's just, I told you, Dasa is the Queen of Wands, okay? So Dasa is an incredibly powerful witch in her own right. She is, I'm telling you, she runs the show in this house. Love her to death, even though she's a huge bitch. All right. Like I said, this is not going to take you to any place good. Poverty and thief. Or y'all think that I stole something like from you, some great fortune, and you think something needs to be reversed here. Like, you don't understand why I've got what I've got now, or I'm getting what I'm getting. You think I'm a false person. That seems like what it is. And I don't know if maybe you want to try and tell people that, like, I've got ill-gotten gains, or, like, I send people bad. This seems like messages that y'all are trying to send to other people, to be honest with you, though. I don't know. But it's something like that. Obviously, someone would not be casting on me unless they felt I had done something wrong. Or if it's just like a malicious person. So I don't know. We're going to see. Because maybe we can smooth this out. Maybe there's been a misunderstanding, or I don't know what I did. This is something about like money. Like money. The thing is, like, I don't know what money y'all think I'm getting. At least the money that I'm looking at here. It's not that I don't have any money, but like, this is like people who are aware of me, or like people who I have known at some point. Like thinking something about like the work that I do, and that I just have some like I don't know, that seems like a lot of money. Like, I just don't, yeah, like it's just like, I don't know what you think I have. At least in that capacity. Or you don't like the way, oh, it's a shift of fortune. So it might not have happened yet, I don't know. We could be dealing with Time Lords here. Okay. So I have a house. And I've got a King of Cups in the Hangman position. So this is somebody watching, but they're stationary. So this is not someone who is active in my life. This is likely someone who is watching the videos. And my house, perhaps. They're watching my house, which makes sense because my house is in the background. And potentially they are in their house when they are watching this. This is also scrying with this King of Cups. It's using like psychic ability or a magic mirror or whatever that was up there. Okay. Wealthy man. So wait, if a wealthy man who's in the Ten of Wands. If that's actual wealth, I don't know why you would be bothered by whatever money you think I have. But I don't know what that Ten of Wands is. Family room. Knight of Pentacles. That seems at the moment like doing like family room, like this is technically a family room. That seems like doing something steadily in the family room, potentially. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify our King of Cups here. This magician who at least has like some aptitude in scrying. What's going on? Well, they want to say something. I don't know, it just seems like whoever this person is, like you've got something to say about how you think I'm sitting in the energy that I'm sitting in, and you think I should not be sitting in it. That's what that looks like to me. And you have something to say about it, at least energetically or magically. Okay. What's actually on the table here? Oh, the Tower. The Star. There's our Knight of Pentacles. The Hermit. Oh yeah, I see you. And the Ten of Coins. Okay. What this is looking like to me so far is there is something, like if that star is me, I'm hearing it is because like, I always think that's so obnoxious. Like if I'm comparing myself to like the star, it just means it's because I'm like making myself visible on social media. That's it. Potentially, this person has seen something of me they really don't like. They don't like it with that Tower, or they feel like my presence somehow caused a tower for them with that Ten of Wands. So now this Knight of Pentacles, this steady work that they've been doing is a result of whatever that tower is. And now I am also like, because the Hermit, this is how this looks. This is how this looks, this person's work. It has been seen by myself. Because that's also the Hermit is being able to see through like magical shit, like hidden shit. And this Ten of Pentacles is back again. I don't know if this is money or like a community. Seeing something, if this is one person or if this person is representative of a specific community, or they're just part of a community, or that's that same message about like money that I don't really understand. What is that Tower? Having to leave something. Somebody walking away from them having to walk away from something, a community. So this person, like some community got destroyed, or a friendship circle. Yeah, Seven of Wands, Five of Cups, whatever it was upsetting. All right, well, how was I involved in that? Or how does this person think I was involved in that? I wasn't involved in it. Flat out, like, this is like Delulu shit. Either I was not involved or I have no knowledge of my involvement. It's not something that I've done intentionally. It's something about, like, it's somehow, like, potentially speaking about a community and, like, what they get up to or how bad they are. But the thing is, like, that, because whatever is up, like, this is somehow connected to the stuff that is going on with, like, the collective. But the thing is, when I am giving a read, it is a general read. I'm not talking about, like, you specifically. I'm talking about what's coming up in the cards. So I didn't think to myself, I am going to target this group. It's just that whatever group that is, it's operating in a large enough sense to enough people that I am somehow connected to, like within the collective of just people watching me or people that are like going to be near me or whatever, that it's coming up in the reading. It's not something intentional, it looks like. But I don't know if this person feels like it is. But there is like also discussion that I don't see going on in this group about potentially doing like bad things to me, or there was, because now there's this work, this Knight of Pentacles, which is this like long process. Or it's like a long process of like, because this is coming, well, it could be this King of Cups, it's scrying. It's they're scrying on me, I'm scrying back on them, everybody's scrying into infinity. So it's just like observation, it is magical spying, magical espionage. But I am telling you, like, I'm sorry, like, I am on like the right side here. And this is why, because the thing is, if you had the right of the situation, if you had the right of the situation and whenever you are believing about me, and it was true, like your work would be allowed to affect me. I'm serious. Like that would be consequences of my own actions. If you are confused at all about why other work has not been hitting, it's because it's not going to hit on a target it is not meant to hit. The thing that you have been saying is the wrong spell, because likely you've been saying like someone who's been doing me harm, or like you've been painting me in the spell as like a villain or like somebody who is wronging you. That is not the truth. Because it's not the truth, it cannot manifest. Okay, you would have to say something, like you would have to be actually malefic about it. You would have to be like, that innocent person right there, I want to get her. And it would still be blocked. But I'm just saying, like, you would have a better chance of doing it that way. So what I'm also revealing here, this is some sort of community. That Ten of Pentacles. It's somebody that this person is in. This King of Cups, King of, unless that's me. Is that me? I'm getting a no. So whoever you are involved with some sort of community. I'm telling you, please stop doing this. Whatever you and whatever people, I really don't care. I just don't, this is gonna happen bigly, whatever it is, and I would prefer it not to happen, is what I'm saying. Like, you have misunderstood something. You are not acting, like, unless you are just, like, a malefic person. It's just gonna go badly for you. Like, I don't know what to say about it. All right, wealthy man in the Ten of Wands. Well, you're stressed out over like some sort of interaction that you're thinking about that you want to say something about, but you can't. You can't say it. You can't take this action. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because you're at some kind of distance? I don't know. What is this wealthy man? 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Yeah, like I'm like, there's our King of Swords. He's the one who showed up last time. This is some sort of mask energy. Though sometimes they do show up with another person. Like this person is in a partnership with somebody. Most likely. Or it's just someone who they are working with in their own community. Oh, I think what you're thinking is like you're throwing a lot of energy my way. But the thing is, it's like not as big as you think it is. It's also something about the distance. It's the distance that you are trying to cast on. Like you can't mental trick yourself out of that. There is like such a thing as like energy weakening over distance. And then this King of Swords. I don't know if you're agitated by this. If you keep doing the spell work and it's not working, I've already told you the reason why. It's the distance. It's also because you're wrong. Flat out, you're just wrong. Whatever you think, you know, you're wrong about it. So let's go again. Like I said, there's some sort of community that's also might be frustrating you, is that you potentially have more people in your community working on this because you already know the thing about the distance and it's still not doing it. It's about the distance, okay? Like, it's just about the distance. You are doing something over and over again. This is foolish. This is foolish. It's foolish. So the world, yeah, okay, so you, the Emperor, you are someone at a distance from me. You are elsewhere in the world. It's also, you possibly have like way more like notoriety than me within whatever community you're in. So you're showing up as the wealthy man, Emperor world. Why are you doing this? If so. 10 of Wands, you are burning yourself out. You are wasting your time. Like your energy would best be, you are burning yourself out. That's on the King of Swords. That's also potential hits from a rebound, but I'm more getting it as burnout. It's because you're like 10 of Wandsing this and you're looking for some sort of result, and that's a Page of Pentacles result. You want to see something happen. What is that? Oh, it's in the Panther. What is this result? Oh, justice. You want to see justice done. Creative justice. This is like vigilante justice. Why? You like really think I did something to you, like on purpose. Self-concern. There's something about, oh, you're self-centered. That's what that is. Oh, magic. There it is. A magical alliance. Or listen, we got earlier that you don't think I should be sitting in the energy that I'm sitting in, so you just might not like if you just don't like the way I am, like just stop watching the channel. Like, who cares? Nightmare. Yeah, you think whatever energy that I am sitting in is like an utter nightmare. But like I would guess, like unless you're an extremely petty person, you actually think that the way I am is like harming people, or it has the potential to harm people. You're wrong. All right, so family room, Knight of Pentacles. Whatever it is that y'all are doing, that Knight of Pentacles, that steady work, yeah, it's y'all. I'm just making sure that that wasn't me. This is your work, King of Wands. This is your little wizard shit. Whatever you're chanting, whatever you're doing at a distance, you're trying to close this distance. It's by magical means, though. So right now you're trying to magically close the distance between us so you can like sneak attack me or something. It's just like, I have watchers, bro. I have watchers. Whatever you do, okay? I'm just saying, like, I'm telling you, it's going to be blocked. And not by me is what I'm saying. So if you're getting bent out of shape because you think like I'm a better magician than you, I am the greatest magician. I am. But I'm just saying, if you think it's because like I have more knowledge than you, or I have more like practice than you in that sort of way, if you think I am somehow concealing that I know some sort of like arcane secret, it's not the case. It's forces. It is forces who protect me. I have a ring of protection. And so any type of chaos you try to send my way, like the horn of judgment is going to be blown on them. It's like powerful temperance, judgment. There's both, like, I mean, it's being represented by like angels. It's like, that's just an energy, okay? I do tend to work with like talking about these things as in angels, demons, beings of the earth and everything like that. So I'm fine with that, but I don't know that that's what that actually is. And when that particular thing talks to me, when it speaks to me, it's coming from behind me. And when I tend to associate as behind me, that is like Satan. I'm not saying it's capital S Satan, okay? I'm just saying that if like those are angelic forces, they are lower forces. They are more on the lower register, which is why they are the ones doing like 10 of Swords stuff, okay? When I get something going this way above, that tends to be like a closer like angel, like, or a familiar, like it tends to, when it's coming in from this way, that's like familial spirits, beings of the earth, something like that. If it's coming in this way, it's like, it's not necessarily an angel, but it is like, it could be like a person or a guide that is aligned with that, or it is like a very, very like low, like I'm talking about lower than the lowest like officially titled like angel, which I think is a cherubim, okay? It's not even that, because like I've encountered, like that was a nightmare. I don't ever want to, like the lowest of the low angel was a nightmare to deal with. Like I don't like that. So this is something that's like a guardian, like a little like guardian angel or whatever. That's what's giving some messages, though, like especially if it's like a drama, like those are messages of like reconciliation and peace and like forgiveness and all that. If it's a drama message, it's like some being of the earth, because they're gossipy bitches. Okay, so like judgment is going to be called on like you and your people is who I'm thinking that is. You and yours, your kin, your community. Yes, you're trying to harm me with your work. It's not going to work, but it's just like, I don't know. All I can do is like put it out there, and then people are gonna do what they want to do, and then the chips are gonna fall where they may. So I'm gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna see if I can't get like a clear answer out of this. What is it that I did personally to set this person or these people off? If it wasn't the, like, we might get a repeat. If it was just like someone took a general message personally, stop being nefarious to so many people, and it won't come out in a reading because it's just coming out so people can align their own energy. There's something publicly that you don't like that I'm doing, like likely on social media. It's got you heated. And you want to like bounce, like, I don't know. It's something about, there's some sort of imbalance here that you think is because of me, and so that's why the magic is coming to try and balance things out, like either in your favor or the way you think that things should be. What is it? Oh, our King of Swords is back. Our pissed off King of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. There's that money. Or it's a community. I'm getting money though, that it's money. Or people. I mean, that's community. Work. This seems like profitable work. The King of Swords is mad. Very mad. I don't know why. Wealthy man, the world, emperor already with their own community. If that is you, I really don't get it. Why would someone in that energy like even bother? Because you have been showing up. Like this is like something, some sort of magic you want to do like on my finances or on potential finances. Or like I said, you want to balance things in a way that you feel is just for you. Yeah, like, yeah, there's some sort of like forward momentum you either see me having or you have foreseen it. You believe that that is going to happen, so you're trying to put an end to it. So this is potentially some sort of so like the King of Swords, right? That is someone who could have like intellectual visions, but they also, this is the Emperor, they're all 4 kings. And they also showed up as the King of Cups. So it is possible that in a dream you have foreseen something and you want to stop that thing from happening. This is likely some sort of community. 6 of Cups. These are people. Oh, people who I'm addressing or something. Okay, so it's like the collective. It is somehow like the collective. There's some sort of like thing that you see going on in the collective. There's something you have foreseen through magical work, or it came in through a dream that is going on with this collective that you do not want to see happen, or you think it's a potential imbalance or something bad. I'm going to look at what that is. And so this is something that is somehow designed to stop that. Yes, you want to stop my work. Likely. Oh, yes. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I'm just going to carry on. Like, you're not going to get that done. You're not going to get that done. I'm not going to be in poverty. I'm not going to be like having panic attacks or like night terrors. I'm not going to be in inner turmoil. It's not happening. Especially now that I'm aware, if I have any nightmares or anything, I'm just like, oh, it's whoever that is. So, let's see. What bad thing do you think the collective and potentially I are going to do? Saying no, it's this one. I'm saying all of it. All of it. What bad thing are we doing? some sort of change. Some sort of change that like you don't want. There's like a change that you do want. That death is whatever that change is, let me tell you something. That change is inevitable. This death, this is justice in the Hierophant backing this. And here you are with your people. I don't know what you think you're going to do about that, with that. Because y'all got against justice, death, and the Hierophant. You have the Five of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Also, you have lies and delusion. You are not seeing things clearly. That's also the internet, potentially. Yeah, it's the internet. So, I don't know. I don't know. So, this is like, there's too much momentum behind this thing that you want to stop, whatever it is. Because also, this Eight of Swords that you're trying to, like, put me into like a mental prison of like grief and upset over like past shit, over like my past or something, or things that haven't worked out for me. Knight of Swords. It could be just the amount of aggressiveness behind it. Yeah, it's just, I'm walking away. Like, I'm just telling you, if you've been trying, if this is like a present thing and not a future thing, if this is something that you have been doing for a while, like, I'm cool. Like, that hasn't happened. Temperance, the Hanged Man. This is just kind of like, I don't know, you might want things to remain like status quo. Because the Temperance card can also kind of be like, go with the flow, like the Hanged Man, Three of Wands. That's again at a distance or watching the Emperor. So you kind of want things to stay the same, which why they suck right now. But whatever this change is, it's just like you don't want it. You don't want it, and you think that somehow I and the collective are somehow like integral to that change. And I'm not saying the collective isn't. Like, obviously, I talk fairly regularly about how likely I'm speaking to people who are gonna do a lot of good in the world and is changing the world, but I can't dictate how that looks. Because that could look like someone, even though I am against it. Like, I can't bring my own politics in it. If I was bringing my own politics into this shit, I would be like, everybody needs to become more of a leftist. We need to immediately institute socialism or whatever. We need to, if we're not, because I don't think defunding the police is necessarily practical, but I do think that, like, obviously we need to change how that all works. My solutions are just like, my solutions are mine, and I'm saying my politics are mine, but I cannot, that is not what I am supposed to tell the collective. Like, you need to get like more radically left, because that's not necessarily true. I don't understand how anything's going to work. I just understand that people need to get, like, they need to be fully expressing who they are. And the thing is, what's weird about that is if you are a transphobe, even though that's not, like, I don't support that. I simply don't. But if you are, you need to lean into that. You need to become loudly a transphobe. You need to get way more involved with your transphobia. And part of the reason for that is, even if I don't understand it, once somebody comes to the fullest expression of something, once somebody like expresses something that is in themselves, they are more likely to change that thing. Also, there are certain roles that people are going to play that I simply am not going to understand because I can't see the big picture, okay? That's not within my capability. So I can only say what it is I'm going to say. I can't tell people what to do because that's frankly weird as well. That's how you get like weird dictators and like spiritual like online gurus and stuff. So yeah, somebody's like authenticity in line with the mega happy timeline could potentially be becoming a cop. So I don't know why, but that is a potential reality. So will this person stop what they are doing? I don't know. That's on the split. Let's see what comes out on the table. They might tire themselves out. Because this is just weak. Whatever this is, it's weak. And you're too far away. This is like essentially you shouting into the void. Also, if you've been doing something over and over and over again, definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. That came out, this was on the split. This is either just you hell-bent on destroying like me and the collective. And when I'm saying collective, like you're not my collective. The collectives overlap with a lot of different readers, all right? The collective is their own people. I'm just saying it as shorthand, of course. Okay, well, it's not, but here's the thing. Whether you want this to happen or not, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Here's me and the collective vibing, okay? We're vibing, we're very happy. Look how nice it is here. So nice. You could be over here, but you are choosing to be salty. Okay. But it doesn't seem like you're going to stop. I can't control that. Yeah. It's just striking me as like protected. Like my people have me held. Yeah. Like I got my own shit. We've already addressed it. I'm not addressing it again. But it's sort of like, that's also an acknowledgement of it's my people who are holding this back. Yeah. And justice. Like the Tao is over here. Like I don't know where you are, but the Tao is over here. And it's not because I am specifically like directing the entirety of the Tao. I am just sensing the Tao and like getting to where it is. Like that's what that is. It's not about like control. You can't control that. I'm just saying, hey, it's over here. You might want to get aligned with it because this is what's going to happen. I'm pulling again, but it just seems like you and your, like if you do have a community with you, you and your community's long-term investments in this are just gonna like wear you down, wear you out. It's like not going to happen. Fetch is not going to happen. Yeah, like ultimately, like y'all are just going to be exposed. Or the collective is just going to know what you are doing. Like they're exposing it, because that comes out as well. Like the collective is exposing you. Or like, this is like a little fractal of this. What is going on with me is a like little fractal of what is going on within, like this is a microcosm of the macrocosm that is going on out there. So they are dealing with like their own like, they're dealing with their own weird wizards. Like, not everybody's dealing with the same weird wizard, or some of us are. Yeah, there's just like, there's nothing you can do. It's gonna shift back on you. And it seems like there's nothing I can do about that. Like, I'm reading the energy, but it just seems like this is just going to happen at this point. I don't know if you're gonna end up trying to like renegotiate this or not. Or renegotiate like how you and your community are like working. Yeah, this is you like addressing somebody. Like, you're gonna try to like regroup or like, yeah, like strengthen your efforts perhaps. You're gonna strengthen your efforts to hope to see a successful result. Like I said, you're too far away. You're too far away. Energetically and also distance-wise. It's like we're not on the same frequency. We're not in the same dimension. You are seeing my dimension, but you are not technically casting into the dimension I am in, at least not at your full strength. In the dimension you are in, you're probably rocking with some like mega shit. You probably rock people's shit on the regular. We're not in the same dimension. That's why. All right, final advice outcome. No, yes? I don't know, like, this just isn't gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Eight of Swords, Temperance, Page of Wands is no. It's the no. Oh, and again, this is like, I am being protected by forces that are greater than me from like the weak sauce. And I get like, you're potentially mad that I'm even saying that, but I'm telling you, there are reasons why it is different in this case. This is a special case. You are extremely powerful. Like, you are the greatest magician, okay, in your dimension. Okay, in your dimension, on your timeline. In my dimension and timeline, I am in fact the greatest magician. You can tell because it's not working. Yeah, I am protected. There are stairs in my house, okay? I am protected. Yeah, by my people. These are my people. Thank you, people. Or non-people, sorry. Oh, they're behind there. Oh yes, they're earthly forces as well. From you, this is you. This is you. I don't know, I can't do anything about this. I can't do anything about this. It's the last time we'll talk about it. You and your community. You and your little dog too. I would also like to tell you this, because y'all are also coming out as being represented by the star, so there's something public about you, and there you are sending energy towards me, or you have someone else who you are connected to in your material world sending energy towards me, something like that. But something else I want to say about this, and I know it's likely not to convince you. If you have never watched the anime Madoka Magica, well, first of all, my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies. I'm about to say something. I'm about to illustrate a point, and I'm going to illustrate it with like major spoilers for the anime Madoka Magica. Like, there is no reason, unless you're intensely interested in the point I'm about to make, and you happen to be watching this video. I don't know why. I'm just posting this for public acknowledgement of the reasons why I've already said. But so if you do happen to still be here, shout out to you, I guess. But I mean, I don't know, it's kind of like tea, so magical tea. But if you do not want to be spoilered for Madoka Magica, I am going to be spoilering it. Go ahead and tune out now if you don't care about being spoilered and you would like to hear the point I'm about to make to this particular person. Go ahead and like still hang out with me. I'm not going to do my structured outro for this. I'm just gonna end the read because this is freaking weird and I still feel cringy. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If I can sit here and do my little outro, I can post this. Let me get the cards that I want here. You, with your swords and knives and the weapons that you use against me, you have knocked me off my feet again, got me feeling like a nothing, you. And I can't sing, but all you are is mean. All you are is mean, and a liar, and pathetic, and alone in life, and mean, and mean, and mean, and mean. And someday I'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Yeah, someday I'll be big enough so you can't hit me, and all you're ever gonna be is mean. Why you gotta be so mean? Okay, so you have shown up in this read because we will give our magician, our weirdo wizard, his props. If it is indeed a he, this could be a she. That's a wild energy on a she, but we've got, you have shown up, King of Wands, Emperor, Star, World. In whatever realm in which you are operating, you are a big deal. You are extremely powerful. You've got big D wizard energy, okay? Now, if you have not seen the anime Madoka Magica, what is going on in that show is Madoka is being approached by Kyubey, who is this little white, like bunny cat looking thing, who is a magical animal in a magical girl show. And this being wants to make a pact with her to become a magical girl. Because he's saying, or it or they are saying, that for some reason, Madoka would be the most powerful magical girl there ever was. And they very much want to make this pact with her because she's like this phenomenal force for some reason. They do not know the reason why that she is this extremely powerful force. Okay, but she just is. It's like undeniable. And so the whole anime is just Madoka not becoming a magical girl because there is another magical girl called Homura, and Homura is very powerful, very, very skilled. And what Homura is doing is she is trying to stop Madoka from becoming the greatest magical girl that ever was. Now, backstory on that is the reason why Homura is doing this is because she knows that in the future, because she is a Time Lord, that Madoka is going to die. When she becomes a magical girl, she will die because she's going to change the world. She's going to, I forget what, she's going to reverse some sort of polarities. Something awful is going to happen. She's going to reverse the polarities. But because of this, in this particular time, Homura and Madoka are very close friends. Madoka was actually a magical girl way before Homura was. And they became very close. And so Homura does not want to lose her friend. So Homura, over and over and over again, hundreds of times, thousands of times, whatever how many times, keeps going back in time to stop this outcome from happening. And what is going on as she is traveling back in time is that is also a dimensional thing. This is happening in a fractal pattern throughout all the dimensions, throughout all of the timelines. Homura is making Madoka through her own magical actions, the focal point of so much energy that is the very thing that is making her have the potential to have the power she does. So Hamura ends up having a psychological break because she realizes her own action is the very thing that is setting all of this into motion. Which is why it is perhaps I cannot stop you. Because what you are doing is perhaps integral to the mega happy timeline. Which is why I can't tell anybody what to do. Because I don't know where the energy is coming from. But what I will tell you about that is if you don't want this thing to happen, whatever it is, have you considered that the amount of power that you are sending to me and all of these other people who are also fractal patterns of what is going on with me in the collective, have you ever considered that you are the very architect of this inevitable change? Have you ever considered that you are perhaps the greatest magician of the age? That you are perhaps the greatest magician of all time? But that you are somehow giving that power to me and others by your very actions now, or in the future if you are in fact a Time Lord. It's very interesting how the turntables. But I cannot stop you. I can only put it out there publicly, and also this is a public acknowledgement of thanks to my own protectors for always keeping me safe.